And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, and mics are hot. It is Monday morning.
And we're ready to go. Yeah, we don't start off with it. We just let y'all see us, give y'all something good to look at for a little while.
He was talking to makeup and the crew.
Yeah.
They're over there. He
So-
done got powdered up.
You just see us doing this. We don't have any sound right off until we cue the cows.
When the cows come on, it's no holding back then.
Man.
Good morning. I hope everybody is feeling well as we start another Monday there. We start this morning out, and let me go here, Odie. We had an accident earlier up on 22nd Avenue Heights, and let's pull that up. We got some video of the incident that went on up there. This was right in the curb as you get near Heights. You go at 22nd Avenue Heights, right around the corner.
There's some sharp curves right up there.
Yeah, this is going to be by Hillcrest is where this was. As we pull up to show you here, let's show video. Now, what you can't see down in there, Odie, is that car has gone off the ravine right down through there through a huge culvert. I think they've gotten them out now, but the traffic probably still blocked as you're coming in and out of there.
Yeah.
And one of those neat things, I guess my wife's car's on when it's got it to where it calls if you were to be in an accident to the police.
Hey, yeah, some of them's got that OnStar. They'll do it. Some of your newer cars, they also have that feature. And, there's times that it says, okay, it's right around this. You still got to look for that car.
Right.
But
gives a good indication.
It gives a good indication.
It was used last week when we had the incident up by Okeechobee. There was a car that flipped there.
Yep. And the car called for help.
He goes, "Hey, I'm upside down. Can you come help me?"
Send somebody to help.
Am I not wrong that Eddie Murphy done a skit years ago in the 80s that talked about talking cars?
Yeah, somebody stole your battery.
I remember that. Had the Mr. T thing in there.
That's right.
He was funny. Let's go get him. Depending upon where your car is from.
Oh, man.
Eddie Murphy was just a great comedian.
Multi-talented.
Man, he was.
He did a whole movie by himself with 8 characters.
That was in the barbershop. What was the name of that movie?
Well, you had the barbershop, Coming to America.
Yeah.
And then you had where he played the funny doctor.
Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
That's pretty good.
And he played the daddy, the mama, the grandma, the
That's
uncle,
right.
all sitting around the table.
Talent it is.
Man, that's something. Yeah.
A lot going on this morning, and yes, we're going to talk about all the events that went on. Y'all don't worry, we'll get to some of those things that have gone on behind the scenes that have happened. Odie, I don't know if you caught this, but I didn't notice until I walked outside and I was walking back to my shop. We started building our Christmas float.
Oh, you got to be there Saturday.
Here's the problem,
Check it
Odie.
out.
I was standing in the yard walking up there, and I saw the trailer sitting there, and I thought, I don't think this is going to fit out of there. It's taller than the door to get out. When I built my shop, I thought 10-foot door was tall enough. Apparently, it's not.
Oops.
Yeah, we got to do some leaning and moving to get her out.
That's all right.
I did not even notice that till I got outside, and I thought, rump-row.
That's not going to work.
And I don't know if you noticed, I would not be much of a car thief. How long have I been trying to strip a truck in my shop?
It's been long.
I finally got the front seat out. I still got the carpet to go. I got to get gas tanks off on the front bumper to get it to be painted.
Shop.
Yeah, to where it can go get painted. And I get a bolt a day, I think. Me and that seatbelt went round and around on the other side. I had to get a pry bar and push. I mean, it wasn't like you could unscrew it. I mean, it wouldn't come loose.
So yeah, just yank it off of there.
Done WD-40 and everything I knew of, and had to get a huge pipe to break it. So I'm not going to work. Can you imagine? I would not work out in that because you got to do that in like. I saw it on the Dukes of Hazzard one time. You remember those Cartesimal girls?
Yeah.
Shoot the air in the tire and rob it.
They're like the six-pack. You know, they stripped 2 race cars down while people were having 2 beers.
that's Where'd you get that engine? Oh.
Don't ask no questions. We stole yours too, so it don't look conspicuous.
that show was funny. 6-pack.
Yeah.
Make a great pit crew for NASCAR, wouldn't they?
Yes, it would.
Already 6 minutes into the hour, and as we were talking during the first show, the temperatures. Folks, right now, let's do an update of what we've got right now. We're sitting now at 34, wind chill still at about 28 is what I'd gotten earlier. It's not showing on this one. But, burr.
It's a little nippy out there, so you're going to need a jacket if you stay out there.
I had a couple of places that were showing that they were below freezing north of here. So put another log on the fire, as the old saying goes.
So Susan and Karina, both of them said the same thing. So how far of a distance are we need to get rid of to get this?
About 6 feet. We're going to have to take everything on it and tilt it.
Okay.
And then ease it. It's going to take several people to get it out.
Because theirs was, which is a good idea. We want to just let the air out of the tires and drag it out. But we need more than.
Yeah, we sort of got
little
over. On paper, it looks small.
Until you put it to life. It looks good, though.
This thing is huge.
It's going to be nice.
Can't wait to get it all together. We'll be hitting all the local parades that we can. I know we're signed up for Meridian come Saturday night. Then we'll head to Collinsville the next weekend. And also we're signed up. No, we're not signed up. We need to get signed up for Marion's.
Yeah. So I'm sure Mayor Gill out there, we'll get with him, find out what we need to do to get on that list.
Right, yeah. So
that's going to be a good one.
So that's what's going on in the community. Y'all sit close. We're coming back with all of the stories and things that affected your lives this weekend. Some of them you may not even know about yet.
Yeah.
We're here to tell you about it. We'll be back in just a moment. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're building, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Somewhere around, I believe it was 5 a.m. this morning, we got word that a home was on fire. As a neighbor would wake up and find their neighbor next to their house, their dog was barking. It started about 30 minutes beforehand. Dogs are smart.
Yeah.
Now, the great news about all of this, everybody got out of this home and they're safe and sound. This is going to be up near Oak Hill Church as you're leaving Meridian, right at the city limit sign there on Highway 493. As we pull this up, let's take a look here. Here's a picture of the fire that broke loose. It started in a bedroom, Odie, and as you'll see here, the flames coming through the ceiling.
When it gets in that attic, boy, it's tough.
It's hard to contain there, and to see how much.
Yeah. That's hot. It's burning hot. It gets dangerous to go inside.
Yeah, it gets to a point where a fireman cannot do that, isn't it?
Yeah, that from what I see on this side, it's not quite there. You want to go on in there. But there is a time where you have to say, okay, it's not safe, pull everybody out.
But that's a quick look at it. Now, I got a picture of daylight just a few moments ago. The home is destroyed. Now, what we do know is that a mom and an 8-year-old girl lived there, and I just posted the sizes. Let me see here. Yeah, here we go. The sizes are going to be an 8-year-old girl. She wears 7 to 8, and a size 2 in girl shoes. And again, she's 8 years old. The mom wears 2X pants and shirts, or an 18 in women's. So you could help out in any way in that neighborhood, and we'll figure out a way to get it to them if you can help them out.
Yeah. Anything. I know the Red Cross has been called in, and it's not like it used to be. But that's going to help them with a place to stay for a little while. But yeah, hopefully we can get some clothes together and be able to help them out.
And let me show. This was the first thing that I originally got sent. This is what this house looked like. Look, can you imagine?
That's tough. And I mean, we're fixing to be we're in Christmas season now. And imagine that little girl. Everything that she felt was normal.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
But the most important thing is everybody got out of the house safe and sound, and that is wonderful. Now, we wanted to bring this up because I've had a lot of questions about the hazardous day. When is that going to be, Odie? And
so Saturday is huge, and we got some special guests coming tomorrow to talk about it. But Saturday, not only the parade, but from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Lauderdale County Ag Center is Amnesty Day if you live in Lauderdale County, in the county of Lauderdale County. So the City of Meridian, they've got their own Amnesty Day. But Lauderdale County, if you're a county resident, you can take any of your hazardous material, your fluorescent bulbs, pesticides, paint, brake fluid, oil, all your appliances, TVs, plastic, stale gasoline, used oil that you've gotten out of your car, tires. That's a big thing. Tires, 5 per vehicle. But take that, get rid of it. Won't cost you nothing. Old paint thinner, any
Is there
of
a
that.
proper way to sniff gas to know if it's stale?
If it's old, you'll know it.
Yeah, if it's been in a gas
stinks.
tank about 4 or 5 years, it does have a distinct odor
Yeah, it
that
does.
you can't miss. And I can't describe it, but
Once you experience it, you know it.
and if you've ever experienced that great feeling of putting a garden hose in a gas tank and trying to, and then getting a little taste of that.
Oh, you're gonna get a little taste. Just don't. Yeah. Ooh. Boy,
But they've
that's
designed. Am I right now that they've designed cars now where you can't do that? Or am I wrong?
I don't think you can get a hose down in them like it used to. I guess that's kind of good. That's kind of bad.
Because when you go to work on a car and you have to put a fuel pump in there,
Yeah.
how you get it out?
You gotta drain it somehow, and that's not easy.
Lisa said that gas in that Chevy truck is stale. It is. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But those gas tanks are monstrous.
Yeah, and if you filled it up, that's always my luck. Mine tears up when I have a full tank.
Mm-hmm. Got to dump it.
But dang, I mean, I had just bought the tag, just filled it up, the transmission went out.
You ain't been able to use that gas yet, have you?
I ain't been able to use that gas or that tag. I said, of course.
You ever gonna get your truck back, or has it been repossessed and you just don't want to admit it?
Yeah, that's the bad thing. It's supposedly going in the shop this week.
It's been sitting there since
he's
June.
had it July.
Okay.
Of course, he's a busy man.
Yeah, apparently so.
So it's been sitting there. Now it's my turn. We all want to say, hey, why don't you hurry up and fix my truck? I need it. Well, and that's true. But at the same time, there's probably 4 or 5 cars behind mine. And if they got there after me, I don't want them to get in line before me. So I kind of like the part where, nope, he was here first. And when I get through with him, we'll go to the next one. And yours just happens to be over here. So
Odie trying to take up for him.
Well, I don't want to butt in line because I don't want nobody to butt in line for me. But I do want my truck.
It'd be nice to have it back.
We got the wife's car.
I don't know if this will make a difference at all, but Mississippi State, after firing somebody else, has hired number 36. Odie, do you know anything about this guy?
Well, now they say he's one heck of an offensive coach.
Did he ever walk past Alabama? Does he know anything they do over there for training?
No, I don't think that helped it any.
Different looking sunglasses there. Yeah.
Well, it's like the other day, I told Amy, because she's a huge Alabama fan, I told Amy, I said, y'all are not playing Auburn. You're playing Coach Hugh Freeze.
Yeah.
Hugh Freeze, which I wish was still, I don't know, I like Lane now.
I liked old Hugh.
But I liked Hugh, and what he would have done for Ole Miss would have been great. But he's the coach that has beat Alabama.
So why didn't Mississippi State try to cut a deal? I'm just thinking out loud here.
I mean, why not? Why not? I mean,
I see a lot of hotty-toddy remarks on Mississippi State's post.
Yeah.
They got a welcoming event this afternoon at 7:30 p.m. at the Leo Seal Junior Football Complex. If you're going to be there, anybody can go up.
Is that the name of their stadium?
I didn't know that, or is that somewhere else? Leo Seal.
It's got to be. What is it, Bryant Denny? Isn't that there?
That's over at Alabama, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, could be.
Yeah, you hang around your wife a little bit too much and getting Alabama and Mississippi State confused. I figure they'll have to rename that at some point Dak Prescott Field.
Yeah. That's the best thing to come out of state
That's the
for
only thing that's ever won there. And what was the coach said? Hey, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And then we turn on the television and he lands in Florida going, hey.
I promise I'm not going nowhere. You know, and then Florida said, we don't want you no more. You got to go. I don't know where he's at.
But he
now.
did say, like, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back, hold my beer.
Oh, he promised them he wasn't going nowhere. I promise you, I am not.
What is the word I'm looking for in that? He lied.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a little what they call a white lie. That was a flat out, he knew what he was going to do.
Well, we'll see. Max says Jeff Levy used to be the offensive coordinator at Ole Miss. I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought that's a janitor. I need to wear my glasses.
So we'll see. Well, how long ago, Jeff? Because he may not be any good.
We wish that I like Mississippi State. My kid went there.
Well,
I
you're
like it,
invested in it.
I just don't think they can win.
You've got more money tied up in the state.
We own something out there.
Yeah.
As always, Odie, this is just, there needs to be a federal investigation into the Dead Man's Curve coming into Meridian where I-59 and I-20 meet. We had some out-of-town folks that got to know exactly what that meant this weekend. As we go here, Mississippi Highway Patrol had to come back out as we would find, let me go to this picture here. Here's what's left of it. It's got a dent or two.
Yeah.
And then here's what she looked like down in the bushes.
Ooh. That was a heck of a ride.
And again, that's right there at the split. And every time there comes a light rain, somebody goes airborne there. Every time.
Yeah, that curve it's at negative, and you go around, it gets kind of slick. You know, but you're right. We respond to that curve every single time it rains.
It does. Sometimes it's bigger than others. Thank goodness it was one. I want to say there was a minor accident after this also.
It was, and then they drove off.
Oh, did they?
They were able to get themselves out of the ditch.
Oh, I thought there was two.
Yeah.
Put it in 4 low. Let's go.
Guardrails.
Would guardrails help that wire stuff?
No, because then you'll cause more wrecks. Because if it
throw you back in the road,
and you'll hit somebody else.
All right. Here's an idea. This is just thought. I know it would be hard to locate. This is just Scotty Ray thinking out loud. You think we could come up with a pulpwood truck? Let's go back here and take the trees out. Would that not help?
At a sand pitted area.
Wouldn't that help something?
It would help with the injuries.
I'm just thinking out loud. Does anybody?
Something's got to help.
Who does that fall under? Or what
That's
department?
MDOT.
MDOT?
Yeah. So it would be. And here's
We need
the
to talk to
bad
Willie.
thing.
Let's talk to Willie.
Yeah.
Willie might know somebody who could do something. But
You'd
I
have
really
to shut down the interstate.
just to haul the pulpwood out of there.
Well,
Couldn't you
no,
cut
I
the-
mean to fix that road.
Right, but if you were to cut the trees out and put something out there, even if it's sand or something, wouldn't that help us?
It would help. People wouldn't flip as much. They just get stuck and call for a wrecker.
It would still be rollovers, I'm sure, but the end result might save a life or
It
two
might
there.
save a life. It wouldn't. Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents there. But trees, they're not forgiving. Sometimes you can
No,
roll
no.
over, but them trees, they hurt. We'll be right back as Scotty Ray and Odie continues this morning to bring you your Monday morning.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and there's something magical about the holiday season and Al's Garden and Gift. Maybe it's the gorgeous lawns filled with vibrant winter flowers, or maybe it's the beautiful winter wonderland Christmas shop. Unique themed trees, decorations, ornaments, nativity sets, snow globes, and more. There's even custom wreaths, gourmet foods, gift baskets, and gifts galore. Once you see it, you'll believe. Al's Garden and Gift, the most magical shop around.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
And welcome back. We had shots fired yesterday morning. Let's take a look at this. This will be on State Boulevard, Odie. Now, the end result, I don't believe anybody was arrested, but as we pull this up, shots would be fired in the area of the 3000 block of State Boulevard. As we pull this up, right there. Now, we did hear that the person that was shooting ran this direction down 30th Street off of here. But in this area here, it was not inside a building. The shots were outside. There were a lot of people going, wait a minute. Well, I never said that. It was outside. I got several calls from people that live in the area that were there. They said they saw the young man running with the gun. Fortunately, no one hurt.
That area stays busy.
It does, and especially when you get down to Royal Road, it even gets busier.
Yeah.
As you can call it what you want, but there's a lot of activity that happens State Boulevard, Royal Road, and the closer you get toward Highland Park, there's always something going on. Let's go here and talk about this. We had some shootings over the weekend, and as I've talked to different people, no one knew this party was going to happen. And I was just showing Odie, it costs to get into this party. It was $10 a head.
And there was a flyer.
Yeah, a flyer put out about it. Come on out to the bonfire. Let me pull up this description here of what we've got. This is where the party took place. This would be on Sweet Gum Bottom Road. Here's Walker Spur Road. It would be in between the two places there where Clark Road is, just past there on the left, the 300 block of there. A large amount of cars were there. After deputies received, deputies were closer than the Meridian Police Department at the time the call came out. They would respond to it. Some unconfirmed, the numbers that I've been told of at least 300 people. Now,
Wow.
that's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
And as we all know, when you respond to something, it's usually 1 to 2 deputies that get there first, and you're looking at 300 people, somebody injured, and people going wild. The first person, Odie, would have a gunshot to the neck. The problem was there was no way at that point in time to get an ambulance even in there because it was narrow. Number one, cars parked on the side of the road, cars fleeing the scene once shots were fired, people trying to get out of there. And it took some time to get medical help in there. Soon, the Meridian Police Department would arrive for backup as they all worked together to get this scene under control. Now, how do things like this happen? I don't know. Later on, after all was cleared, someone would drive themselves by personal car to a hospital with a gunshot wound to the leg also. So we had 2 people that were shot there. I don't know what the answer is on this, of how this happens. Rave, I don't know if it's called that. But I did see a video from the party, and have mercy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say quite a rave.
It was a bonfire.
Yeah, a rave is Now, typically, you're not going to have that kind of activity at a rave. A rave is going to be dancing to mixed music.
This was music that we can't play.
Yeah.
It had language that I ain't never heard of before. Well, I have heard of it, but it was ugly. But the video that I've watched said some very vulgar, beyond vulgar words in it.
Like hate the police, stuff like that. And then it's called 911 going, hey, police, help.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And words that you can't say in front of children. Let me pull this back up and show you this, Odie. As we look at this side of the road is county, this side of the road is city. And that's kind of how it ended up being. And cars were all the way back to Highway 19 coming in and out. And
they just built a brand new big complex out there, industrial park. So that whole road got redone for a brand new industrial park out there. To trying to build this area up, and then we have something like this, that's, not a good thing to have to industry that may want to come in here.
And this is just thought, because police were kind of caught off guard on this. They didn't know about it. But if you happen to see a flyer of a party that's going to be in your neighborhood like that, do a snapshot of it and send it to the sheriff's department or the Meridian Police Department so that they're aware something's going on in the community and they can have units kind of close by should something go wrong.
And have a place
sense?
for cars to park.
Yeah.
Because if you have a party and you don't have access for an ambulance, and an ambulance has got to get in there, and the ambulance can't make it, this is your party. Well, and you're at fault.
Well, here goes a step further. You charge to get in, someone's shot. What do you think's going to happen?
Yeah.
I can almost hear Richard Sports running. What's that, Richard?
Yeah. He was on his way down here.
These things happen now. Do we know the logistics? And did they have insurance policies? We don't know. But it could be whoever owns the land will be held responsible for this. You got 2 people shot. And what I didn't mention was the wrecks that happened, Odie, of people that were scattering, trying to get out of there. We had 3 or 4 that were stuck. Then we had some that actually hit one another down at the end. And that blocked traffic even further of getting at Metro. And they had to find a different way to get in there to them.
Yeah, that's bad. It's just let the police know that you're going to have a party. Not for them to come raid your party. And they're not going to just come raid your party if you're having a party. But it does give them an idea of what's going on, where a lot of people are. Especially you got 300, that could be a bad congested area.
That's a question I don't know. In the county, you would not, but in the city, would you have to have a permit to do something like this because it is in the city? Do you have to do that?
Yeah, right off, it's outside. So here's the thing. In the city, you can't have a bonfire.
Oh, you can't? That's illegal?
Oh, no, that's illegal. Outside burning is illegal.
I've seen the video. I saw the bonfire burning.
It's illegal to burn inside the city limits of Meridian. The county you can burn, unless we're in a burn ban. But the city of Meridian is under a constant burn ban. So it is illegal to burn.
Right there makes it illegal because that's the white side. This is the green line separating the county and the city.
That is correct.
Rump row.
And then if there was a house that was on fire and no fire truck could get to it,
you would be held responsible.
You're now responsible for that home that burnt because you impeded the flow of emergency traffic.
Mm. Oh, and I can't show the video. You would be that language is pretty rough there.
We'd have to do one of them silent versions.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
y'all heard it before, I'm sure.
And let me be point blank about this. Were police in danger on this? I think so. It was about 4 to 5 against 300 people when they showed up. Somebody shot. You don't know who had the gun. Of course, that person blended in with the crowd and left. Now, this has been turned over to the Meridian Police Department because it was the city. It's their investigation, but the police could have been hurt bad. So thank goodness none were, but it could have been a different route. Even we'll see what becomes of it. 7:30, Odie.
Wow. Bam. Well, I tell you what, it is moving on quick. It's a Monday, so hey, we'll be right back. We got some information that you can learn something from.
Yeah, right around the corner. If it's crossed your mind about a new tractor, visit my friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 here in Collinsville. They got any style, any size that you're looking for. And right now, you can take advantage of getting a new tractor, a trailer, and a bush hog, all for $31,000, 0% interest for 84 months. Yeah, 0% for 84 months. Also, a great service department to work on any tractor that you have. From bush hogs, disc, and tillers, see it all at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigerator. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends. For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
You know what I figured out this show is missing?
Oop, what's that?
Hee-haw honeys. We need some hay and hee-haw honeys.
Well, yeah. We got any hee-haw honeys?
Need some volunteers for the hee-haw honeys. I'm telling you,
hound dog.
that really made the show. When they'd lay around and what was that they discussed with the whiskey bottle?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, my wife left me.
Yeah, we got something like that in the works.
Yeah, we do. We need to get us a board.
Yeah, it's coming.
Wasn't that funny? I searched the world over. All right, let's go back in time and see what happened on this day in history. I remember this from watching, but he didn't look like the actual guy did. If you all remember, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
Don't shoot the livestock. Not the livestock, friend. Babyface Nelson. Oh.
Bank robber.
He would lose his life today as Babyface Nelson, enemy probably number one at the time, was taken out. That's actually what he looked like in 1931. And today he tried to rob that bank in 34 in a shootout and didn't make it in Illinois.
Yeah. That's
What's that?
Bob. Gloom, despair, and agony on me.
Whoa.
But Anthony said, burn ban in Lauderdale County. Burn ban is over. But burn education is still in play here. Burn smart.
Burn smart.
Burn smart. Have you some water out there. Be careful. But yeah, you can burn in the county.
Did you ever watch movies like this that you couldn't understand them?
I did.
Bruce Lee was born on this day in 1940, and he would be, well, really the best of the Kung Fu era.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what's sad about all of this? His son would basically meet the same demise his dad did. He got killed on a set.
Sure did.
Brandon.
Crow.
Yeah. Something.
I think is what
Odie's getting a fax.
it's still the old timey stuff. Yeah, I
1940. No, but both of them passed away like this. We would also, I love a rainy night. Such a beautiful sight. I got $2 in the jukebox and $5 in a bottle. Eddie Rabbitt was born on this day in 1941. He had some big, big hits. Drinking My Baby Off My Mind. And as you will remember, he also, Girl, You Turn Me Every Which Way But Loose, had the big song from the Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah.
This fire inside's burning me.
Right turn, Clyde.
He would pass away at the age of 56 from lung cancer. And if you'll remember, the family was extremely quiet when Eddie Rabbitt passed away. He was buried before anybody knew that he had passed away. They had a very quiet ceremony and then released the information like 2 weeks later. But a talent. Anybody remember the song Kentucky Rain? Kentucky Rain. He wrote that for Elvis.
Well, I'll be darned.
Done a lot of other songs for Elvis. You remember Pure Love by Ronnie Millsap?
Yeah,
Baby, it's pure
yeah.
love. You and Captain Crunch and me in the morning. He also wrote
Another
that.
Eddie Rabbit song.
Eddie Rabbit was just a talented guy. Now, this guy, I didn't know his music, but I do know this part about him, that he was big. It would be Woodstock that would make his name worldwide, so to speak.
I mean, he could strum that guitar.
42, Jimi Hendrix was born.
Wow.
That was, am I wrong in saying that was sort of the hippie movement back in the late 60s? Okay.
Yeah.
Little
He
farm.
was really the first one, the only one. If you ever hear the national anthem being played on the guitar, it's Jimi Hendrix.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Good. He's good.
I went to something one time and they done that and it scared me. I didn't know what it was. Guitars were screaming. I was thinking, what is that? It's different. Let me say
it
that.
is.
It was very different.
And that's what it was, because you're not supposed to really be able to play the national anthem on a guitar. But he could do it.
I kind of prefer that a cappella stuff there.
I do too.
Oh, say.
And it's just like a military general put out a big article that said, if you're going to a big football event and you singing the national anthem, sing it the way it was written. You want to throw your junk in there and on top of it, you do that at your own free will, but don't do that at a huge sporting event with millions of people watching. There's only one way that song should be sung. And I agree wholeheartedly.
I think most
with
people
that.
do.
Yeah.
It's a solemn thing. It's patriotism.
Right. Yep.
Let's go back to 1945. We all watched the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Remember the dad?
Oh, yeah.
He was the judge.
No,
if
that
I'm
was
not
the uncle.
Uncle, and he was a judge, wasn't he?
He
Isn't
was.
that what he did?
Or
James,
lawyer, judge, something.
yeah, that kind of all
Same
tie
thing.
in there.
Yeah.
James Avery was born on this day back in 45. He's passed away now, but the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, what was his name?
Will? No, that was, I don't know.
That was the Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uncle-
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the funniest that ever hit. You would first see the dad in Die Hard. Soon after that, a TV show would come out with him in it.
Did I do that?
It'd be his little annoying neighbor that you would remember forever. 1976, Urkel was born. And you pronounce that J-L? I've heard
I
it
ain't got a
pronounced.
clue.
But Urkel, we'll leave it at that, was born on this date in 1976. Boy, I like some Urkel and those little suspenders. I even saw someone dressed as Urkel this year for Halloween. And I thought maybe that had, gone away, but people still remember it.
Well, I guess that.
We're getting our answer there.
Uncle Phil, that's right. Golly.
It was I'd had to call somebody on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Jolly. Robin's got us.
Jolly, yeah, that is Jolly.
Okay, so
I would
Jolly.
have never known that by the spelling.
No.
Just say it however you can. As we go back to 1978, maybe a few of you remember this show, maybe some won't, but it was called The White Shadow. It premiered on this date back in 78.
Basketball. Me and
Lasted a
basketball
couple years.
just don't G-haul.
I like the Harlem Globetrotters. I don't know anybody.
Well, I do too.
And then past Larry Bird, I don't know anything.
No, I watched the Celtics with Larry Bird if they were in the, what do you call the big one at the end of the year? The Super Bowl?
The something four. Isn't it
The
called
Final Four?
Final Four?
Yeah, but then the Final Two is,
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'd watch some of that just because wasn't nothing else on, I don't reckon. But me and basketball just don't G-haul. I was never real good at that.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that.
White men can't jump. I was one of them.
Yeah, I can't play ball. I'm awful. 1976, it would start out and you'd find his name on the tail of his shirt. Find a different town with the morning of each due. What am I talking about? Mel Tillis took it all the way to number one on this date. If y'all remember singing those Good Woman Blues. Boy, I like that song. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Find it today and go back and listen to that. And it's just as good as the day it was made. Mel Tillis, Good Woman Blues. As we go back, maybe this was the beginning.
No.
You don't think so? It kind of had the same theme as Three's Company of pretending to be something that you're not.
Yeah.
It would have one of the funniest guys there. Tom Hanks would be in it. He was just dressed as a woman. You're sure this didn't start all this?
I'd hate to say that
Tom
all
Hanks
this
is responsible.
movement and, I don't believe in his political
He's a great actor.
likeness, but his acting is awesome. But that could have moved it.
Bosom Buddies premiered on this
Yeah.
date back in, what was that, 80? And, of course, it was under the thing of they couldn't get a place to rent, so they had to dress as women to get an affordable place to live.
Yeah.
And, the guy that was in there with him, let me pull that back up, that Peter guy, he's passed away.
Scolari.
Yeah. I think it was last year that he passed away.
And he's played in a bunch of stuff.
I don't
I
know
can't
what.
remember
Yes.
the names of them, but
Right.
it was a funny show. Movie.
Bosom Buddies.
Show. It was a show, wasn't
Yeah, it was a weekly TV show there.
it? It was another one with Waylon.
I don't remember.
One of those that-
Waylon done just the guitar, and because there's only one Waylon. When you say Waylon,
I
want you.
reckon so. Yeah, this is
Dukes of Hazzard.
one of those other brothers.
Oh, the Waymans.
Wayman,
Not-
that's
not
it. That's
Waylon,
it. Not
Wayman, the
Jimmy.
Wayman brothers.
Wayman brothers. They did one.
In Living Color
yeah,
and other shows.
yeah, and they made a movie about him being a woman.
It was a TV where he put that lipstick on and do the gossip of what was going on in the apartment. It was funny. I mean, downright funny.
Yeah.
Let's go back to 1982, where it went number one, and it would be kind of your introduction right after your Once Twice, Three Times a Lady. He would take it to number one, called Truly, as Lionel Richie is kind of crowned the king of romance after this. I mean, truthfully, is he not the king?
He is. He is.
All right, let's just get down to business. Is his stuff more romantic than Barry White? Which one? Barry White music?
I
or do you
guess
go throw
Barry
Lionel Richie on?
White. Lionel Richie will get you to the ball field
Right.
and help you as you start the first inning.
Okay, you're trying to get to second base, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Now, Barry White,
Yeah.
not to be confused with the corner, the goat herder, the big farm raising
The guy
chief
that
deputy in Clark County,
and then takes care of you at funeral home.
and takes care of you at the funeral home.
Okay.
Not that Barry
Not that
White.
Barry.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that was messed up on the cruise ship when they heard Barry White was coming. But they were mad when it was the wrong one. But Barry White could help you get around the bases to get you a score.
That's Lionel gets you around the bases. But what does Barry White do?
No, Barry
Oh.
White gets you around the
Oh,
bases.
okay.
Lionel Richie will get you to the ballpark.
Okay.
And he'll get the game started in first inning, but then it takes Barry White to get you around to the score.
Sandra tells us it was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids that the guy that Bosom Buddies was on. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's right.
Okay.
They're midgets now. They're just shrunk.
I thought that was another guy.
No, that's him.
Okay.
She's right on that.
Huh.
We go back to 1985 when Rocky, is this 4? I don't know my Roman numerals.
That's
is it. Right?
it. That's 4.
Dun, 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 dun. Rocky 4 came out on this date. A lot of you went to the theaters to see it.
Still got the VHS box set.
Do you? Did you ever bang your head to You Give Love a Bad Name?
I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we go back to 1986. It was number one for Bon Jovi. Now, he has short hair compared to what he used to look like.
I did see him not too long ago.
Yeah, he does not look like that at all now.
No, not at all. A lot of them's changed.
Yeah, they're not as hippie looking.
Yeah, except for Willie and
Yeah, he's
a
beyond.
couple more.
John Bon Jovi, Sean remembers him.
Yeah.
You Give Love a Bad Name. That was big. That was, I want to say I heard that at a prom or two. We would lose a guy named David White on this date. You don't know him as that, though, but
You know him as Larry.
yes, you do. As we go back to Bewitched, he was always worried about a sale.
How did I remember his name's Larry?
It just come to you, didn't it?
The crap I keep up here.
that was really a good show.
It was.
Always come up with an advertising. And this would be directed by a guy that would write it, produce it, and, well, as we said, the rest is history because people still quote it today. Sling Blade.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
and that
we got-
was a good movie.
We got a misspelled word, but it's going to be okay. I thought that bald up there looked kind of peculiar there. Sling bald. Things happen on live television.
Yeah.
It'll be okay, y'all. But Billy Bob, who was better, Dwight Yoakam or Billy Bob? Because Dwight, you really couldn't tell that was Dwight at all.
No, I don't know. Billy Bob played a good part.
What was that line? I reckon Mama likes it.
I reckon. Want some ketchup?
2013, one of the biggest movies of all time, and little girls to this day still love this as we go back to Frozen. It was released back in 13. Can you believe it's been that long ago?
My granddaughter loves that movie.
Yeah, highest grossing movie of all time there. Wow. Big time. That's a look down memory lane here of a few facts and things that happened. We'll add more to it next year.
Yeah.
Join us next year in 2024 as we discuss all that.
Yeah. We'll have a good one.
That's right. We'll be right back. More to talk about and do this morning as we bring you an early Monday morning.
It's that time of year again. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. From October 15th to December 7th, you have the chance to review and make changes to your Medicare coverage. At Parker Marketing Insurance Advisors, you can speak with our experts to find the plan that fits your needs. Don't miss out. Call 601-512-2100 to secure your health care for the year ahead with Parker Marketing Insurance Advisors. Your health, your choice. Make it count.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
And welcome back as we talk about the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. They're open, and they had some gift certificates and things that were given away over the weekend. As we pull this up, congratulations to Susan Blackburn for winning the $100 grand prize. Some other honorable mentions there: Beverly Bryson, Amanda Hoover, Lisa McDaniel. Look at that. Bob Knoll.
If your name is there, you won.
Yeah, drop into the Farm Supply. They'll help you out there and get you your prize. And they have so much to offer there. If you're ready for hunting season, as you're getting ready for all these different gifts ideas and things. Look at this, some of the knickknacks that they have there, Odie, as I pull that back up. Look at that.
Oh, the 3 wise men for your nativity scene. Man, that's beautiful.
And Harold laying down.
Harold's laying down, got tired of walking.
Yeah, little baby Jesus there. And great things for the trees. Look here. All happens there at the Farm Supply. Drop in and they'll take care of your corn feed seed and all that for your mules and horses, cows, whatever it is. Yeah, if you got a goat or two, they help you out there. Look, I hate to tell you all this, but behind the scenes, which you can't see this going on during commercials, every time the good folks there at Mr. Discount wave, Odie's waving back at them from here at the every morning. He can't help it. He waves at them.
They wave, so I wave back.
So if you happen to find yourself doing that, you're not alone. Odie also waves at the TV.
Yeah, we don't know what's being said because we don't get the audio. All we do is get to see the visual if we're not looking for what our next little deal is.
Yeah.
But every time they wave, I wave back. I don't want them to feel alone.
Oh, have mercy there.
Yeah. All right, so that was Rick Moranis was the dad on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, it's somebody different? That wasn't him?
Yeah, that wasn't him.
Well, correction department. I thought it was.
Yeah, Rick Moranis was that one.
What was? I ain't even gonna ask what he was in. Hey, Liz Kane, how are you doing there? Had a great time there this weekend.
Liz.
Also,
yeah.
Went by the Central Baptist Church. Big turnout for that. A lot of knickknacks that were going on this weekend. We had a tragedy this weekend. Serious injuries as we had someone trapped in a car. And let's pull this up, Odie, and show where all of this went down this weekend. Make sure I got the right button. This would happen on 14th Avenue and 18th Street. And let's flip over and take a look at this as we see this. Look at that car.
Oh, wow.
And that damaged the house also in the background there. Look at that. And let's just look at a few of the still pictures as we go here. Here's the other car that was involved in that.
Wow.
And that's an upside-down view of what happened there. Again, somebody was trapped. They had to come out of. We don't know the condition of them at this point, but I know they were rushed for medical care. At least one person from the scene that was trapped in that car. An accident can happen so quickly. Now, let's move to a subject that I don't have the answer to in the end of what went on. But I do know this happened. Without a shadow of a doubt, as we go to Bonita Lakes Mall, Meridian Police Department will receive a call. Hey, could you come get me? I'm up in the mall. Well, it's after closing. Well, I'm in here. The alarm went off. There's movement inside a store. It was in Belk.
Oh.
They would contact the manager, and she'd go, ain't none of my employees. So we don't know what they were doing, if it was an accident or why or what. But let me say this.
Well,
and as we talk about this, y'all remember, if you're getting ready to close, check every place there is before locking the door and locking yourself in with a criminal. We don't know that that was the case here. It could have been somebody that went to the bathroom and just didn't get out in time. We don't know. But we urge you to be cautious. We've had one robbery of possibility of someone hiding in the bathroom.
True.
That came out and stole a large amount of cash from employees. We want you safe. Check, do a sweep of 2 bathrooms to make sure someone's not hiding, closets, anything like that, because crime is going to increase, we have no doubt, between now and December 31st. It happens every single year, doesn't it, Odie?
it's a given. Packages in your car. If you've got to have packages in your car while you go to another store, cover them up. Put them in the trunk. If you possibly can, take them away, put them up, and then go back to store. But, man, it's going to happen. It's going to continue. And Sean, he's with us just about every day, and he says, time to pack my rig, got to get moving. He's going to be working, he said, 30 days earlier on a comment. So, Sean, be careful out there. Thank you for spending your mornings with us, but be safe out there, brother.
You're jamming. Serious stuff there. Let's see here. I want to play this in its entirety, and because I want to thank them for what they do.
Yeah.
You don't have to wonder. We had a murder that took place in Lauderdale County early Friday morning. As things would progress, and again, remember, this is a holiday. It's Black Friday. The Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department did a press conference and let everyone know. You didn't have to wonder what was going on. They come out and they told us the condition of the deputy that was involved. And I cannot thank them enough for not hiding behind something. They step forward and they do what's right in law enforcement, letting us know what's going on in our community. Let me pull this up and so y'all can see this. Sheriff Billy Solly getting ready to talk. Odie, I'm not quite sure that it's playing the audio from that, so I'll pause it. But the sheriff goes on to tell us exactly what's going on there, of what happened, who was arrested. And let's just take a look here what he had to say as we pull up this picture. This is the young man that was arrested for the murder that took place. As we read the Terrell Adam, and I guess you pronounce it Malio?
Yeah.
He fled the scene. A Jonathan Ray Parker was found deceased of gunshot wounds. A 27-year-old female was wounded as we get into this. And then we had a deputy, then we hadn't released the name yet, that was injured during this, that was shot. This is the young man that is accused of doing that in a shootout with police. And from what I'm understanding of people at the scene that are telling me about this, the sheriff's deputy car is riddled with bullets, just tore it with it, and he got hit once. We could be telling you something different right now.
And he stood his ground being shot at. He stood his ground and was able to keep him at bay until backup got there.
Right.
Never gave up. It was something.
I have figured out what the problem was.
Was it the mute button?
It was the mute button. But I really think this is worth listening to Billy. Let me go back to this and hit play on this and pull this back up because he really explains it, and we want to thank him and Ward both for what they've done. Let's hit this.
Well, when you give out to the public what's going on, the public doesn't have to think and make something up.
Once they arrived on scene, they found a white male, Jonathan Ray Parker, 31 years of age, deceased. A white female, 27 years of age, was shot and was transported to a local hospital. Based upon the investigation, a suspect was developed, a black male, Terrell Adam Melillo, Melillo, 25 years of age. A description of a vehicle that he may possibly be in was given out to all the deputies. A deputy spotted the vehicle and attempted to make a traffic stop. The suspect fled. Deputies pursued him throughout the northwest part of Lauderdale County. The individual pulled up into a residence, striking the house with his vehicle, exited his vehicle, and a gun battle ensued between the suspect and the deputy. The deputy was struck once in the lower abdomen area. The individual was taken in custody by that deputy as well as others who arrived on scene. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation is handling the investigation of the officer-involved shooting. Our investigators are handling the original call of the murder and aggravated assault charge.
Speaking of that, I was going to ask about that murder call. Was it?
As we turn the mics back on, I want to say thank you to the sheriff for doing that. Within hours, we knew exactly what was going on. You didn't have to wonder what went on. They'd done their job and stepped up and told us exactly what was going on. And I may have had my mic off then, too.
Well, Public Information Officer 101. If you don't tell the public what's going on, the public will make up what the public wants to hear.
Yeah.
Best thing you can do is get out and say, hey, this is what's going on. And it's absolutely great with the sheriff's department. They do get out. They do let everybody know what's going on. And that's the way it needs to be handled.
I sent an email to the Meridian Police Department on the shooting that happened at that party for, are we going to have a press conference? Or are we going to get a statement? I've yet to receive anything as of, what are we at, 7:57 this morning. We're waiting. We'll be right back.
When you gear up and journey out, nothing but you and the wilderness for miles. Just remember, you're the boss. Boss, built for the toughest jobs.
Still available in Meridian at Wilson Saw and Outdoor Power, 71 Highway 19 North behind Waters International.
Need an expert to repair a rock peck or cracked windshield? Call Advanced Auto Glass by Joey for quality workmanship and customer service. Convenient same-day service, as well as in-house calibration for vehicle safety systems. Reliable mobile service is available in Clark, Kemper, Neshoba, Lauderdale, and Newton counties for all cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. Book your appointment today for custom tinting. It can reduce temps, fading, glare, and more. Improve the safety and enhance the appearance of your vehicle today with services from Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
And welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. I had a chance to bump into the Christmas train came to town yesterday.
Oh, man, and I thought it was going to be another day.
And I ran into Anthony Chancellor's wife, who Anthony is the sheriff-elect for Clark County.
Yeah.
Do you realize how many kids that man's got?
All together, they got like 5 of them, don't they?
I thought it was 12. I think they rented a bus to come to Lauderdale. There was kids everywhere. That poor woman don't get no rest. I think she carried ham sandwiches in there just to hand out to everybody.
Could you imagine taking that many to a restaurant?
Oh, man.
Party of 12.
This man has got to work, y'all. Support your local sheriff.
Yeah.
As we go, boy, this was just absolutely gorgeous last night as we go downtown Meridian to take a look at the Christmas train as it arrived. Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
That's a lot of work that goes into that train.
Who's that?
Oh, is that Saint Nick?
Oh, Saint was here. Boy, that's a fancy little coat that Mrs. Claus made him.
Yeah, I bet that did keep him warm.
It did. Look at the line now. This is, I want y'all to get this in your head. This is the front of the train station. Let's just move on. Now, you see way back here, that line is going to, right here, this is at 3 o'clock.
Wow.
Before it starts.
You didn't start till 4?
Correct. They started lining up at 2, and as we start going through this and looking at all the different people, they were doing some great traffic directing there. Okay, the line is starting to get bigger here as we go there. Some sweet kids that made it there. It makes it all the way back to Front Street eventually.
Wow.
When you talk about folks that turned out to see this, and again, this is just, I saw it past this at one point back here.
Man, that is a lot of people. And there's some elves. They were taller than what I think.
Right, look how pretty this thing was.
Oh, that is pretty.
And this thing travels all over. This was taken during daylight before nighttime fell. This thing travels all over.
Man, that is something. But they're on a schedule.
Karen said she stood in the line for 3 hours.
Wow. That is something.
And I had a absolute blast walking around doing all that.
And I for some reason I thought it was going to be there tonight, but
Odie missed the Christmas trains. All I've got to say.
I missed it. Went last year, and it was it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a lot of intricate little stuff inside these little cars.
Odie will show up at things like this dressed as elves so he can get backstage access.
Well, it's like Miss Joyce said, you're a very smart person, Odie. Thank you.
And it's not going to be a Newton. It skipped Newton this year. It skipped Brandon this year. Meridian was one of the, as they had cutbacks. Wow. Meridian had it. Jackson had it. And then it goes on into Monroe and areas like that as it moves west out of Meridian.
It is. Now, I heard they just close up shop when it's time to hit the road.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when it's time, 8 o'clock, train goes its own schedule. It has to be in another town. And I'd talked to the little elves there, and they said they had to leave the night before. It was like 400 people that were still waiting, and they had to go.
Well,
when that whistle blows, it goes.
Yeah, because you got that one train track, and that train's going back and forth. And if this dude's 30 minutes late, it may be a whole cargo train that's pushed back.
We don't need any.
No.
All right. It's over for us, Odie. Can you believe that?
Me?
8:02. We're actually over.
Well, at least Monday was here. Monday's getting started full force now, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be a great day because the Lord has made it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. We'll be back in 23 hours for your Tuesday. We'll see you then. Remember, we love you, and Jesus does too.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.